Good day there, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you are all doing good today. Hello there. Are you ready to learn another set of concepts for today? Wow, that's great! Because you are again with me in Math with Teacher Riva. Yes, it's Math with Teacher Riva, and you will be learning again math concepts with me. But first, please get your notebook, please get your pen, and copy important information as we go along the video. Again, please get your notebook, please get your pen, and copy important information as we go along the video. Would that be fine? Alright, are you ready? If you are ready, then let's begin with a short review on what we have discussed and learned last time. Last time, we have learned about addition and subtraction of fractions. Again, we have learned about addition and subtraction of fractions. What is addition? It is addition if you see this sign, the plus sign. What about subtraction? You know that is subtraction if you see this sign, the minus sign. Plus for addition, minus for subtraction. Alright, let's read the vocabs. First, you have add, plus, equivalent fractions, simplest fraction, improper fraction, mixed number. Okay. What are the steps in adding and subtracting fractions? Let's learn it again, okay? Number 1. If you add or subtract fractions with same denominator, simply add or subtract them. There is no problem if you subtract or add fractions with same denominator. For example, you have 1/3 plus 2/3. Their denominators are both 3, so they are the same, right? You're just going to add directly the numerator, which is 1 and 2. After, you copy the denominator 3. So, the answer would be 3/3 or 3/3. Or if it's subtraction, it's the same. 5/8 minus 3/8, they have the same denominator. So subtract 5 with 3, you get 2/8 or 2/8. over 8. That is step 1. Step 2 is if denominators are different or not the same, write the fractions as equivalent fractions and then add or subtract it after. If the denominators are not the same, you write it with equivalent fractions or as equivalent fractions. Example, 5/10 plus 4/5. Our denominators are not the same. Our denominators are 10 and 5. They are not the same. So we need to make it the same by looking for their common factor. And we found out that the common factor is 10 for the both of them. So we have 10 plus 10. Next, we are going to divide and multiply rule. So it becomes 10 divided by 10 is 1 times 5, we get 5/10, right? And then let's do the other fraction. So this is plus 10 divided by 5 times 4 is equal to 8. Now, the denominators are already the same, so we can add them. Now, it's 5 plus 8 equals 13. And then copy 10, we have 13 over 10. Okay, how about let's try if it's subtraction. Same process as the other slide. 7/8 minus 1/2. Denominators are not the same. So we look for their common factor, which is 8. So we have 8 minus 8. And then divide and multiply rule. 8 divided by 8 is 1 times 7. We get 7/8. 8 divided by 2 times 1. We get 2 minus 4 minus 4/8. 7 minus 4, we get 3/8. That is for the second step. Third step is cancel your answer to its simplest form. In other words, change your final answer into its simplest form. Let's take, for example, we have 1/4 plus 2/8. Denominators are not the same, so make it the same. We have 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 1, 2. 8 divided by 8 is 1 times 2, we have 2. 2 plus 2, we get 4. 4/8. 4/8 is not in its simplest form. What are we going to do then? Find their common factor and divide both of the denominator and the numerator. Let's start with 2. We both divide them with 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So therefore, our answer is 2/4. Is 2/4 in its simplest form already? No, it's not. So we're gonna divide it again by 2 until we get 1/2. And 1/2 is in its simplest form already. therefore, is to change an improper fraction to a mixed number. If the final answer is an improper fraction, we still have to change it into a mixed number. Again, improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator, and mixed number has a fraction and a whole number. Example, 5/10 plus 4/5. Not same denominators, so we have 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1 times 5. It's 5/10 plus 10 divided by 5 is 2 times 4, we get 8. So it's 8/10. 8 plus 5 equals 13 over 10. 13 over 10 is an improper fraction. Therefore, we change it into a mixed number by long division. And when we do long division, we get the answer 1 and 3/10. If we check it, it's 10 times 1 is 10 plus 3 is 13. The same with 13 over 10. Okay, let's try this one. Add and subtract the following fractions. I have here fractions, and you help me add and subtract it. Okay? For the first batch, let's have equal denominators. Okay? What is 3/7 plus 2/7? I will give you 3 seconds to do it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, what's the answer? Very good. It's 5/7. You just add 3 plus 2 and copy denominator 7. Good job. Next, 1/5 plus 2/5. Ready? Go. 3, 2, 1. What's the answer? You get 3/5. Good job. That is 1 plus 2, and then copy the denominator 5. You got it right? Okay. Next, you have 8/9 minus 6/9. Write your answer in 3, 2, 1. The answer is 2/9. It is because we did 8 minus 6, we get 2, and then copy the denominator 9. So it becomes 2/9. Did you get the right answer? Okay, that's good. How about this one? Let's try to add and subtract the following fractions, but this time the fractions are not equivalent. They don't have the same denominator. Alright? Let's have 3/5 plus 1/2. Okay, I will give you time to find the answer. 3/5 plus 1/2. Okay, what's your answer? What is our denominator? It's 10. Very good. So what is your final answer? You did 10 divided by 5 is 2. Times 3, we get 6. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Times 1, we get 5. 6 plus 5 equals later. Okay. 2/4 next. Plus 3/2. Go. 2/4 plus 3/2. What is our denominator? Denominator is 8. 4, okay. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Times 2, we get 2. Can you follow? 4 divided by 2 is 2. Times 3, we get 6. So, it becomes 2 plus 6 over 4. We will simplify it later on. Next, we have 8/3 plus or minus 6/5. What is our denominator? Alright, our denominator would be 15. So it becomes 15 divided by 3 is 5 times 8. We get 40. And then 15 divided by 5 is 3 times 6. We get 18. So it's 40 minus 18 over 15. Let's simplify them. 6 plus 5 over 10 is equal to 11 tenths, or 1 and 1 tenths. Okay, number 2 or next item. 2 plus 6 is 8. It's 8/4 or 2. Alright. 40 minus 18, we get 32 over 15, or 2 and 2 over 15. Okay, that is how you're going to add and subtract both like fractions and unlike fractions. Now, we're going to have multiplication and division of fractions. Multiplication and division of fractions. When you say multiplication, you can see this sign. It's a time sign. If you see this, it means you do multiplication. Okay? But if you see this sign, it means you do division. Okay? If you see this sign, it's multiplication, but if you see this sign, it's division. Okay? Let's do first the multiplication. What are the steps in multiplying an integer by a fraction? First, write the number and the fraction to be multiplied. You have to look at, or you will have to see, what are the numbers that you're going to multiply. So example, you will multiply 2/3 times 15. 15. Okay, 2/3 times 15 equals question mark. This is the given number or integer and the fraction. This is what you're going to solve. Okay, step 2. After you have written the fractions and the integer, you have to remember this one. When a fraction is multiplied to a whole number, add a denominator of 1 to make it a fraction. You look at this one. 2/3 times 15 equals question mark. 2/3 is a fraction, but 15 is not. Okay? 15 is a whole number or an integer. They are not the same, right? So what you're going to do is to make 15 fraction-like. So you will do 2/3 times, you put 1 as the denominator, so it becomes 15 over 1. Now, they are much more likely the same because they are both fractions already. So, we have 2/3 times 15 over 1 equals blank. After this step, you have to multiply the numerators and the denominators. Let's take a look at this one again. 2/3 times 15. We make them the same by putting 1 as the denominator. So we have 2/3 times 15 over 1, right? Okay. Next is to multiply the numerators and the denominators. What is the numerator here? It is 2, and the other one is 15. So we have 2 times 15. Okay? What is 2 times 15? That's 30. Now, 30 would be our numerator. Okay. How about multiplying the denominator this time? We have 3 times 1. We get 3. And 3 becomes the denominator. Next step is to write it as a fraction again. Rewrite the numbers in fraction form again. So we have this one, 2 times 15, we get 30. 3 times 1, we get 3. Write it as a fraction, we have 30 over 3. Then, simplify it. When you see a fraction bar, it also means division or divide. So what is 30 divided by 3? That is 30 hand 3. How much? We get 10. So our final answer would be 10. 10 is the simplified form of 30 over 3. Okay, can you follow? Let's move to another example. 3/8 times 26. Write it as fraction. So we have 3a times 26 over 1. Multiply the numerators and denominators. 3 times 26 is 78. 8 times 1 equals 8. Write it as a fraction. We have 78 over 8. Simplify. Make it small. You divide 78 by 8. You can use your calculators. You get 9 6 eighths, 9 and 6 eighths, or 9 and 3 fourths. 9 and 3 fourths is the simplest form for 78 over 8. Example 2. 3/4 times 20. 3/4 times 20 over 1. 3 times 20 equals 60. 4 times 1 equals 4. Write as a fraction, we get 60 over 4. Simplify it, calculate it, you get 15. 15 is your final answer. That is for multiplying integer and a fraction. Let's move to 2 steps in dividing an integer by a fraction. We are going to divide this time. First step, write the number and the fraction same as multiplication. So we have here 12 divided by 3/8 equals, okay, step 2. Find the reciprocal of the fraction. When you say reciprocal, you interchange 3/8 to 8 over 3. 3 will be the denominator and 8 will be the numerator. So it's like this. 12 times 8 over 3. It's upside down. Then we can now solve for step 3. 12 times 8 over 3 equals 12 times 8. We get 96, and then 1 times 3, we get 3, right? Divide 96 by 3, you will get 32. 32 is our answer for 12 divided by 3 is. Example 1. 25 divided by 10 over 13. Change to its reciprocal, we get 25 times 13 over 10. Upside down again. Multiply the numerators, but our 25 and 10 can be changed into lowest term. Their common factor will be 5. So 25 now becomes 5. 10 becomes 2. We multiply 5 times 13. We get 65. 1 and 2, we get 2. 65 over 2, our answer is 32 and 1/2. 32 and 1/2. Last example. 15 divided by 5/6 equals blank. 15 times the reciprocal, which is 6/5, equals blank. 15 times 6/5. We can make 15 and 5 smaller again, so we have to take them away. 15 becomes 15 divided by 5 is 3. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 3 times 6, we get 18. 1 times 1, we get 1. So our answer is 18/1, or 18. That is how you are going to divide an integer and a fractions. Activities and exercises will be on our next videos. Let's recap the vocabulary words. Everybody repeat after me. Multiply. Okay. Divide. Reciprocal fraction. Simplify. Remainder. Okay, those are the important vocabulary words for today. Thank you all for listening and watching. I hope you have learned something from today's video. I'll see you again next time here in Math with Teacher Riva. Goodbye everyone, and see you next time. Keep safe always. Goodbye.